when the Leafs couldn't even lose, right?
Yes.
Progress! Showtime! Pity point! Whoopsie daisy, this team is ruining my life! Leafs lose 3-2 to the Washington Capitals. I was gonna make the title of this video Budster Douglas, and it was gonna be so clever, and they ruined it by losing. And yet, the Toronto Marlies almost beat the number one team in the National Hockey League. Oh, I know that they had a war with the Pittsburgh Penguins the night before. Oh, I know their starting goaltender Braden Holtby is a Vezina candidate, and he was nowhere to be found because seldom heard from backup goalie Philip Grubauer was in net. I don't care! All I know is the Leafs are on the road, and half of them have less than 20 games NHL experience, some less than 10, some less than 3, and they pushed the Caps to the brink. Of course, there's the great equalizer, Jonathan Bernier. The first period is going so well until less than 2 minutes left. Taylor Chorney, that sniper, scores his first goal since 2011. Which rebuild were the Leafs on back then? How many GMs, how many coaches ago was that? Too many is the answer for those of you playing at home. And then less than 30 seconds later, Nicholas Backstrom with the sick, disgusting, requires free healthcare pass to Alex Ovechkin blasts it. It's 2-0 after what was a great first period, but you're playing the Caps. And I had a lot of people tweeting me like, oh, Bernier on that one. How does he not know that shot's coming? One does not simply stop Alex Ovechkin. If it were that easy, he would have stopped having 50-goal seasons a decade ago. But here we are. Look, if you want to rip on Bernier, you'll get plenty of opportunities. Pick your spots. So, first intermission passes, they drop the puck for the second period, and this is where the Leafs just roll over and mail the game in, right? I mean, look at the Caps and look at the Leafs. There is no chance the Leafs could come back. Look, here comes one of the Leafs rookies. What does he think he's gonna do? Oh, my Sosh! Yes, Nikita Soshnikov with his first career NHL goal and the celly. Woo! The nature boy Nick Flair. Woo! The styling, profiling, rockin' 41, giving face washes for fun, making your crowd husha, hails from Nizhny Tagil, Russia. Woo! Waltzing in on Philip Grubauer like, Now the Leafs are down by 1, and the NHL's #1 team doesn't know what to do with themselves. Woo! Because the Leafs are coming back. It's a good shot, is what I'm saying. And the Leafs continue to battle back against the Caps, heading into the second intermission. Leafs come out, and what are they gonna do? What are the kids gonna do, you might be asking? It's not all about the kids. Soshnikov, Zach Hyman, he had a great game too. William Nylander, Kasperi Kapanen, they're all out there, but there is more at stake for the guys in this roster than there has been all season. Woo! Connor Carrick, former Washington Capital, first game against his former team, and he just got traded 2 games ago. Peter Holland gets the puck. He's looking for that contract extension. He's an RFA. And then giving it to a player who has played fantastically the last few games, trying to prove, hey, I still belong in the NHL. Colin Greening puts in his second as a Leaf already, and it's a tie game. And the Leafs get into penalty trouble. No worry, the Leafs aren't afraid of the Capitals' power. Oh, heavens. Matt Niskanen, that's right, he's not on the Penguins anymore. Puts the Caps back out in front. And as I have said many times before, and as many of you tweeted at me last night, and as John Tortorella said about goaltender John Graham about a decade ago, it'd be nice to get an occasional save. I like to do a question of the game every single video, and I was going to ask, question of the game, is Jonathan Bernier gonna lose his starting job to Garrett Sparks? Wrong question, Steve. I'm pretty sure he already has. Or is that unfair? I don't want to be unfair. I'm just grumpy that my boy James left. But now for the second time in as many games. First, the Leafs taking on the second place in the Atlantic Division Tampa Bay Lightning, taking them all the way to the last minute. Can't quite get it done. They got the #1 team in the NHL, the Washington Capitals. Leafs just down by 1. They pull the goalie. They try. Can't quite get it done. But tanking, guys, it's great. I had the privilege of sitting down for a little bit of dinner with a man named Sean McIndoe. You might know him as Down Goes Brown. We are both lifelong Leaf fans, some of the most hardcore in the entire world, and the one thing we are both absolutely convinced of is the Leafs will lose on all 3 lottery balls this year, for sure. So the idea of tanking, I want to get on board. I'm not sure I can. But it's so hard when you got a quality young defenseman like Connor Carrick and Big Willie style Will Nye the hockey guy, Kasperi trying to score on the Capspanen, Zach Hyman, woo, who I wrote about on sportsnet.ca, woo. Make sure you go read that, woo. And oh my Sosh, woo, the nature boy Nick Flair. You win this one, Caps, but we're coming for you. Now, Washington Capitals, I just got one request for you. win it for Brooks. I can't remember the last time a player got traded to the Leafs and every member of that player's former fan base, especially if that former fan base cheers for a contender, I can't remember the last time they all missed a player so badly. I mean, I like Daniel Winnick, but this is the second time he's been traded in a year. It's very clear Brooks' meant so much to the Washington Capitals organization, and the Leafs technically helped the Caps out by taking his cap hit, ironically. But please, don't make it so that this trade was for nothing. And if you do the damn thing, get him a ring. Well, you definitely don't have to, but you do. Question of the game, what do you think about the rookies through 2 games, or is it just too soon to judge? For example, I've liked Nikita Soshnikov more than William Nylander so far. I don't expect that to stay a thing. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Highlights down below, and also a couple more things you need to watch down below. Russian Machine Never Breaks, the blog that I love the most on the internet and just want to make out with all the time. They did a CFR, Capitals fan reaction, so you should check that out. And also, we got a mini dangle. Mini me, I guess. Trying his shot at an LFR. Go check it out. He's really good. Really way better than I was when I started. So I'll see you next time.